tune back into the Idiot Box, where previously we were playing through Heretic, and we got through these first two episodes where we were fighting mainly undead enemies and mainly monsters, respectively. Now things are really going to pick up in the Domes of Despair, the frontline base of our ultimate adversary. You know things are getting rough right here in this very first level. This first level is called the Storehouse. And why is it so nasty compared to that one other starting level we did previously? Ah! Well, that's one reason right there. Disciple snipers. And that's not the only reason. Fortunately, they are kind enough to give me access to a dragon claw and a bag of holding right out of the gates. Ow! Crap! Hey! I'm trying to heal over here. Just through these tunnels here is another reason why this starting level is really hard. Of course, there's plenty of fire gargoyles right out of the gate. That's never good. Stand by my point about how fire gargoyles are way tougher than they need to be. But this open area, this is another reason why this level is so difficult. Because guess what's out here? Boatloads of fire gargoyles, and normal ones. And there's an Iron Lich. Right back there, in the first freaking level of this episode, there's an Iron Lich. Fantastic. And unfortunately, he's, even though this may look like an optional area, he's actually between me and the exit of this level, so I'm gonna need to kill him eventually anyway. Which means dealing with those tornadoes. Oh, there's a shadow sphere over there. The shadow sphere actually helps quite a bit against Iron Liches. Because it makes their tornadoes unable to track you, and the icy spike ball cannot hit you. Their fire pillar can still hit you though, so... And then up next is this place that's absolutely riddled with saber claws. Yeah, I know the Elven Wand isn't exactly the most time-efficient method of killing these, but I may need some of that claw ammo. Because saber claws aren't the only thing down in this part of the level. In fact, there's actually a new enemy here that is quite difficult to kill unless you don't have a sufficient weapon. Thankfully, the Dragon Claw is a sufficient weapon for killing them. Wow. Another reason this level is so difficult, you have to go a pretty far distance just to get some armor. This is what I was saving up that dragon claw ammo for. Were dragons. Ow! Sneaky were-dragons, apparently. No. By the way, this is actually my second attempt at recording these first few levels of this episode. Because, well, a lot of stuff has happened between when I recorded those previous episodes and now. Including a new computer. I got a new computer that's covered in red lights, apparently. I guess that makes nighttime gaming a bit easier. But then again, I usually don't do nighttime gaming because that hurts my eyes! And thankfully this computer also has, just like my previous, a recorder built into the graphics card, but it looks like it's far better. Far more stable than the one I had before. And apparently also allows live streaming, but I don't think I'm quite ready to step into the world of live streaming yet. Ow! Jeez! Crap. Okay, so this is the new enemy I was referring to, the Ophidian. They absolutely... You really do not want to have a shadow sphere on when you're fighting these guys, because they love to shoot. And they can also take a ludicrous pounding. What the heck are their scales made of? They have, like, metal scales or something? I know they have breastplates on, which definitely helps them absorb some damage, but... Jeez. They're really friggin' tough. Which doesn't help the whole liking to shoot everywhere deal about them. They're... For me, and they also become very common later on. This is probably going to be helpful for the next level. Oh look! Another Ophidian. Yeah, no other enemy except bosses can withstand that much of a pounding from the Dragon Claw. I just want to clarify. Yeah. They're about half as tough as the Iron Lich even. That's absolutely ridiculous. And like I said, they become really common. On this difficulty, they cause even more annoyance for me than the Fire Gargoyles do. I wish there was a mod to fix the brokenness of those tornadoes or something, because, jeez, they just annoy the living hell out of me. Alright, Storehouse complete, we can move on to Cesspool. Things kind of grind down to a little bit easier and a little bit less frantic here. So I'll be able to describe a little bit of what's been going on ever since I recorded and posted those previous episodes. So, of course, there's a whole new computer deal. That also means that my progress on other playthroughs may get slowed a little bit, because with the new computer comes new hard drives. So that means I have to port in all of my previous game files from the one hard drive onto the other. But unfortunately, well, my dad is a tech genius, so he was able to figure out that apparently for these newer games, they store a lot of their file information on the hard drive itself, so getting them running again was no real challenge. Unfortunately, a lot of my newer games, and some of my middle-aged ones, apparently store their files on something other than the hard drive itself. So that means I'm gonna have to re-download them from the sites I got them and reinstall them and just jump through hoops in general. But yeah. No. But yeah, in addition to that, I think the primary reason that my parents went ahead and got me a new computer is because my previous recording device has become completely useless. Like I said, it was built into a graphics card and it automatically updated itself every now and then. But unfortunately, the latest update for it made it completely unusable for me. And maybe even dangerous to my computer. I say that because I couldn't run it for any period of time without having a crash. So because of that, I had to go scrounging around for new recording software. I tried the one built into my editor, but that doesn't work properly with most of my games, so yeah. I had to look up downloadable ones and ask other YouTubers to help me locate one. One YouTuber who was of particular help for this was one who goes by the name of John. His channel is called Wham Ninja Molehill. He's one of my favorites. He does a lot of these old school first-person shooter games. And he also explores a lot of player-created mods and mission packs for those games. Also, this is what I need that ring for, this room. But yeah, like I said, he does mostly old-school first-person shooter games. Sometimes he does newer ones when he live streams. But he's pointed me out to a lot of mods that I really like to play, and he also helped recommend a couple of other recording devices. I tried most of them out, and well, the one he gave me the biggest recommendation for was one called Open Broadcast Software, or OBS Studio. I gave it a shot. It didn't work so well. Mainly because it saves its files in a really effed up format that my video editor cannot open or edit. Very irritating, but I still really appreciate his help. And I'd also highly recommend, if you like these types of games, and you want to see more of them, and you want to see more interesting twists on them, then go check out his channel. He also gets very, very immersed in the games he's playing, so it's quite awesome to watch, I won't deny. But yeah, so when OBS kind of flopped, I was getting a little hopeless. But thankfully, after doing a little bit more poking around some of the files that this computer came with, I found out apparently its graphics card also has recorder in it. Customizable recorder. Like I said, looked more stable, so I'm giving it a try now. But obviously I was very excited to realize this. In fact, I was so excited that when my first attempt when I tried recording this thing, I didn't balance the volume levels out beforehand. So, because of that, my microphone was deafeningly loud, and you could barely hear the game at all. So yeah, that's why I'm redoing these whole first 5 or so levels. I think the first 5 levels of this episode are the ones I recorded previously. Give me a moment, I need to take a drink. Okay. That isn't the only exceedingly brutal trap we'll find here. Oops, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Oh, crap. Oh, I'm stuck! And that really is not a good spot to be using that. Okay. Panic over. Yeah, so I can finally get back around to doing this, and I hope that now that I've balanced out the volume levels properly, so now you will no longer be deafened by watching this video. And thankfully my video editor can, in fact, access the files, the recordings it saves, so yeah. Still be able to edit in all that goodness. All the descriptions of enemies and pointing out all the different fails. And frickin'... That's the second time that's happened! That's the second time a frickin' tornado has made me blow myself up like that. No, I'm not planning on making it 3 times. Really, I wish there was a way to get rid of those things. Wow. Anyway, with partially melted armor, let's continue on to the confluence. Apparently I missed somebody.